All right, I believe that we are alive. No, not alive. We are live, not alive. We're alive also, but I think that we are live. And I'm going to wait a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, like a minute or two, to make sure that everybody gets on real quick. So then we can dive right into what we are going to be discussing today, which is how to get started in real estate. Man, I love real estate. It hypes me up. So if you see me, I'm a bit too excited, then know it's because I'm talking real estate. What's going on? Happy Lux. I'm glad to have you. And you are the first. Amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just give it a couple more minutes, a minute or two, and then we're about to get started. How's everybody's day going? I hope it's going well for you. I hope that the weather's doing you good. Over here in Texas, the weather is... I don't know what I just did there. I was about to itch, but then I was going to do this on my head. The weather is so hot over here. One day it's hot. The next day it's raining. The next day it's humid. The next day it's snowing. Texas, you can never predict it. Texas is all over the place. So I hope the weather for you is going good and it is not like it is over here in Texas. And if you're from Texas, you still know that Texas is amazing, so it doesn't matter how the weather is. All right, let me hop into this live now. We got some people tuning in, so I'm going to dive right into it. So hello everybody and welcome to Kicking It with Karam. As you all know, I began doing a live stream. It's a new series called Kicking It with Karam, and I do a live stream every single Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And what I speak about in these live streams is strictly real estate, to make sure that people who are interested in real estate can benefit from it, and not only that, but can take action towards it. I myself, guys and girls, I love practicality. So if you are able to take what I speak about and apply it in your life, in your day-to-day actions, that is what I love, and that is what I want you all to be doing. Now, what we speak about on these live streams are the hottest topics in real estate, things that people are talking about, things that can help you grow in the real estate industry, and things that you can actually take out into the real world and take action upon. Today's discussion is about how you can get started in real estate. So many people ask me, man, bro, how can I get started in real estate? Bro, how did you get started in real estate? People wonder how I got started in real estate. So today we're going to be discussing exactly that. Let me just get a couple of things open and running, and we can get going. We got Jesse Balderas in the house. We got Thadik in the house. Everybody's speaking and commenting. This is exciting. We just replied to that. Okay, I'm about to get up a couple of things open, and then we can get started. This is not going to be a super long live stream. This is just going to be straight to the point so you can be able to apply these things, and so you can get all the information you need and then quickly go apply it in what you are doing. And remember, guys, if you're watching this live stream, you have to click that settings. Let me see how it looks, like a settings circle on the screen, and put it to 720p so you get the highest quality. YouTube, for some reason, automatically makes it the lowest quality. So if you want the highest resolution, make it at 720p. And now let's hop in. What's going on, James? Hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good. You are just in time, because we're going to discuss right now how you can get started in real estate today, right now, this second. So I'm going to take up my phone real quick to show you the step number 1 on how you can do it. I'm sure everybody, step number 1 is this. I'm sure everybody has a Facebook, right? You have a Facebook account. So this is what you have to do. I live in Dallas-Fort Worth in Texas. So what I do is I go to DFW Real Estate on Facebook.com, on the Facebook app or .com. And if you could see right here, as soon as you open it up, on the top it shows that you have 19,232 members for DFW Real Estate Investment Group. The second one says DFW Wholesale Investment. That has 6,626 people. This is local. This means that all these people in this group, I can go knock on their door. I can send them a DM. I can message them. I can contact them and ask them any question that I want. Any question that I want. Now, the step number 1 is to join these Facebook groups so you can have an understanding of what kind of real estate you want to get into. What questions do you have? What anticipations do you have? What are you expecting when you enter this field? Now, so many people come and say, how can I get started in real estate, right? You might have that question right now. How can you get started in real estate? The biggest way and the best way to start is to first know What kind of real estate do you even want to enter? Right? When I entered real estate, I knew exactly the type of real estate I wanted to enter. So the question I'm going to ask you once again, what kind of real estate are you interested in getting into? Because real estate's a huge pool. There is a big pool in your backyard. There's a big pool when you go out swimming, right? In that pool, there's hundreds and hundreds of people. And all those hundreds of people are different types of people, different types, different races, different places, different lifestyles. All these people are different. Same concept when you enter real estate. It's a huge pool, and I want you to know what kind of section of real estate do you want to enter. Now, we have wholesaling. What is that exactly? Wholesaling is basically you're buying a contract from someone and selling it to someone else. Someone wants to sell their house for $80,000. You go and tell them that you're interested in it. You sign the contract for $80,000. You find someone who wants to buy it for $90,000. So you sell them that piece of paper, that contract, and you make a difference of $10,000. Now, it's not as easy as that, but that's the overview of it. That's the first one, wholesaling. Do you want to enter that? Do you want to enter rental properties? Do you want to buy properties, hold them long term, and rent them out? Do you want to enter flipping, where you buy a property for $100,000, you put $10,000 in it in renovations, and you sell it for $120,000, right? That's the industry that I'm actually in. That's the section that I'm in. I'm in real estate, and I focus on flips. As soon as I entered real estate, I knew that's all I want to do is flips, because as I was getting older, at the age of 12 years old, I basically began selling and buying electronics. At the age of 15, I went up to cars, and at the age of 18, that's when I entered real estate, because I can actually legally sign contracts and so forth. So I knew when I entered real estate, I want to do flipping, because all my life I've been flipping, and it was quick money. It's putting your work and putting your energy at that moment and getting that return a couple months later when it comes to real estate. So that's the third one. You can go into flipping. You want to be a property manager. You go into real estate and you manage people's properties. Do you want to be a real estate investor, or do you just want to become a realtor at the start? That's another part you can enter. Becoming a realtor, it's amazing. You go and show people houses who are interested to buy, and you go and take people's houses who are interested to sell and put it on the market. So you can become a realtor. So like I'm telling you guys, there's so many things that you could do entering real estate, and that's what I want you to know is what type of real estate do you want to enter? You guys can comment it. Let me know, what are you thinking? Let me know what kind of real estate you want to enter. What is it that you want to do? Do you need a license? We have Bill Boss asking, do you need a license? So Bill, a license for what exactly? For real estate investing, you need no license. You take the money you have and you go invest. If you want to become a realtor, you need a license, but it's not that hard. It's actually very easy. It's a course that you take 180 hours, and you can finish that in 1 month if you hustle every day. You put 8 to 12 hours every single day, or you can take it and finish it in 3 months, or in 1 year. You could take your time on it. 180 hours is what you have to finish to become a realtor. A real estate investor, what I do, you don't need a license at all. What's going on, Armani? I hope you're doing good. It's great to have you here, brother. Very nice. Okay, so we spoke about the step number 1, which is join a Facebook group. We know that there are so many people who can give you answers. Who's a good contractor? Who's a good lawyer? Who's a good accountant? Where's good places to invest in? What are good things to do when you enter real estate? And then at the same time, you want to know what kind of real estate do you want to enter? What niche do you want to be in? Do you want to be in the flipping, in the wholesaling, in the renting, in the property management? Do you want to become a realtor? So step 1 is combine with those two things. Join a Facebook group, and also find what kind of industry in real estate do you want to enter? What kind of section do you want to enter? Now, there's another part that I want to add on to that, which is go to biggerpockets.com. If you never heard of this, this is the best place to enter for real estate, biggerpockets.com. Very simple, and you can search it right now. What you do when you go on there is any question that you have, there's an answer for. And it's crazy, guys, because you're not the first person to enter real estate, right? You're doing it now, but there's people years and years ago who are doing it, who were doing it, and who had the same questions that you have. So all the questions you have, if you go to biggerpockets.com, you can get them answered there. There's videos there that can help you. There's articles that are written that can help you. And that is also the same type of help you can get from Bigger Pockets, just like Facebook, when you enter the Facebook groups. So these two things are great starting points if you want to enter real estate, or when you want to enter real estate. So we came across what you have to do is to start real estate, enter a Facebook group, go to biggerpockets.com and ask the questions that you have and find that niche that you want to enter. Find what kind of section of real estate you want to enter. Now, there's another one that you can also do. When you join these groups and you join these people, there's real estate local meetups. So anywhere you are, DFW, California, Florida, Miami, wherever you are, there's meetups that you can go to that people have real estate events. Now, to be honest with you, a lot of these events, they just try to sell you stuff, sell you a higher course, sell you a bigger course, sell you into paying more money. You don't want to pay the money. What you do is go to these real estate local meetups, network with people, build connection with people, find out who can benefit you, find out who you can help, and dip out. Because I promise you, these guys and these girls will hustle you and will sell you on more courses, will make you spend tens and 20s and 30,000s of dollars into these courses. For some reason, when I get on a live stream, my English starts to break up. I know somebody who bought into a course and spent $30,000 cash. There's no financing or anything, cash, to be able to go to these groups. He flew out to a different state to learn real estate. When if that person would have came on these YouTube lives, if that person went to biggerpockets.com, if that person went to a Facebook group, could have learned like that what they learned over there. Nothing is special when you pay for it. Everything is online and for free. Bill Boss asks, do you need a license for auctions? No, you don't need a license for auctions. You can just show up, have the cash, and make your purchase. So no license is required for when you go to auctions. When you go to car auctions, however, you do need a license. So car auctions are different from property auctions. When you go to buy cars, you need a license. When you go buy real estate, there's no need for a license. What do you say about the Miri course, the Merrill course? I've never heard of that course actually. MERRIL. I haven't heard about it. If you can give me a little bit detail about it, I can kind of give you an overview of what I would think about it, but I haven't heard of it. All right, so continuing on is going to those real estate local groups so you can build that relationship and that connection. Now, there's people who enter real estate who don't want to be investors, don't want to buy properties, but they want to become a realtor. They want to enter the real estate field, but become a realtor. Now, that one is actually very fun because I know realtors who are crying and they're wishing that they have assistants who can help them with their paperwork, with their open houses, with their follow-ups, with their email responses, with their scheduling. There's realtors wishing there's someone like you who can be their assistant and help them. Now, what's funny is I know realtors who pay for an assistant. You don't need a license for that. You don't need anything. So what you can do is go to these brokers, see these realtors, and ask them if they need help. They're willing to pay. And if they don't want that help from you, if they don't have the budget to pay, then still work with them for free. You ever heard of that before? Work with them for free. Too many people get caught up in, oh, I need to make money if I'm helping someone. No. You have zero knowledge. You need to work with someone who has more knowledge, who can teach you. These realtors can teach you how to do so much. Even if you want to become a real estate investor, these realtors do things that can benefit that investor. They can help you in knowing how to negotiate contracts, on how to pay these contracts, how to negotiate with the sellers or the buyers. They can teach you on how you can do a lot of things that you will not know how to do if you don't shadow them or if you don't have a realtor on your team, on your side. They can teach you how to do comps. Basically, the house I live in is worth $10,000. How much could it sell for though? What's the price that it could be sold for? Can it be sold for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000? Comps, whenever you do comps, is you check the neighborhood and you make sure that it can be listed for a certain amount of price without overlisting it and making the price way too high. So being a realtor assistant is important if you want to become a realtor. Being that assistant helps you. They can mentor you. They can guide you and show you the ways of how they're doing things. They need help and you can be the one to help them. So these are the things that I'm basically giving you are steps on how you can enter real estate. We spoke about beginning real estate basically and finding your niche. What type of real estate do you want to enter? Then we followed up with join a Facebook group. Go to biggerpockets.com and search the questions you have as well, and go to local real estate meetup groups. Those are all very basic. You can do right now. As soon as this live stream ends, you can go and do that. Then we spoke about if you want to become a realtor, you can go and become an assistant for these realtors. You get paid for that because a lot of them need your help. Or if you don't get paid from that realtor who needs help because sometimes they don't have the budget for it, still apply to work with them for free and show them that you're hungry. And what you are doing right now is another huge point. I want you to understand that you dedicating your life, these people who are watching live right now, you're dedicating your time to join a live stream, someone who's discussing real estate on how you can join this industry, this field. This is a huge step because right now, these questions I'm getting, like, look at this question. I got a question from Shabnam and basically said, what are the tax advantages if we want to invest in real estate? Questions like this, you can ask them that quick and I can answer you without having to go research, without having to go Google. You can get them directly. So let me answer this real quick. What are the tax advantages if we want to invest in real estate? Tax advantages for real estate. If you're holding it long term, you get a tax break. You don't have to pay capital gains at such a high amount. So me, if I buy a house and flip it in 3 months, I have to pay high tax percentages on that. If you buy a house and you rent it for, I believe, longer than a year, it's called a long-term hold, so you can get tax breaks on that. Also, in Texas, we do 1031 exchanges, where if you buy a property and you want to buy another property, you can basically sell the property you live in and exchange and move those funds into the next property and not have to pay taxes on those profits that you made on the initial property. It gets a bit more complicated than that, but those are a couple of tax advantages you can have. Now we have Bill also asking, where do you go to find properties? Where I personally go is various ways. I have realtors who work with me and basically send me leads on, hey, there's this person desperate to sell this house. Hey, there's this person who's interested in making this sale. So they send me properties that I can potentially purchase. I have wholesalers who basically also send me deals of people who are going to lose their house or people who are desperate to sell because for some reason they have to move, for some reason they can't afford their payments and so forth. And the third place is you can go to auctions. Places I go to auctions, but that's extremely risky. Going to auctions is a whole different video, but it's extremely risky. I know people who buy properties from there and end up finding out that that person on that property owes $50,000 and that new owner has to pay it. So those are 3 places that I personally find properties at, and also you can do as well. So like I was continuing and saying, guys, being on these live streams helps you get to the next level in real estate investing. You are special from those other people. There's people who are not doing any of this. People are not taking the action like you're taking it. You spending the time right now to learn how to get into real estate is the step of how you can get into real estate. You're taking that action, and that is the golden key right there. So right now we've been on the live stream for about 20 minutes. Like I said, this is going to be a short live stream. I just want to give you the basic points on how you can begin getting into real estate. If you're just now joining, I see my friend over there, Ty Speaks. What's good, my brother? I see that you're just now joining. So if you are, when this video gets uploaded, you can go back and retrace and follow the steps that I gave on how you can enter and begin real estate. And I have over here a 7th point, which is a bonus point. This is a longer term point, but this is so important if you want to enter the real estate game. And that is to please. I say please because this is a mistake this is a mistake that I made that I wish I did not make, is start to build your credit from today. If you're at the age of 18 years old or older, begin building your credit. Go get a credit card and start making purchases on that credit card and pay it off every single month. Don't be late on it. Don't fall into any fees. Pay on time, but start building that credit. So when things get big and things get more hectic and you try to scale, you already have good credit that is ready for you. You can't build credit in 1, 2, 3 years. It's a long-term thing. It takes time to build, but if you start early, you're going to win a lot quicker. That's the bonus tip that I just dropped in for you guys. Yeah, Ty, credit is king because right now if I want to buy something worth $4 million and I don't have the cash up front, you know exactly how you can get that cash, how you can go and leverage off of your credit to be able to get that cash. I feel like I'm talking so much. We're getting some. So we have Bill asking questions, where can I find these properties at? We have Shabnam asking, what are the tax advantages for these properties? And we have Ty Speaks, what credit companies am I with? So me personally, What I'm with right now, the only credit card company I have right now is American Express. For me, I can't deal with interest. It's against my religion, so I don't deal with interest. So I'm with American Express right now. If you pay on time every single month, there's no interest involved, and that's how you can build the credit. And also we have basically specific banks who can give loans and so forth for what my needs are. So that's exactly who I would be dealing with if I was taking out loans, but I don't need to do that just yet. Once you start scaling and getting into big stuff, like GC, Uncle G, Grant Cardone, you go into a $750 million portfolio. That's a whole different ballpark. That's a whole different game. And that's when you need some help, not only from the banks, but you can get help from investors and opening, crowdsourcing, where you can get funding. So guys, I'm going to just quickly recap with you very fast on how you can get started with real estate investing. The first step is to find your niche in real estate. Are you a flipper? Are you a long-term holder? Are you a wholesaler? Do you want to become a realtor? Do you want to become a property manager? And so forth. Do you want to become a land developer where you buy land and you develop neighborhoods on it? First step, find what type of real estate do you want to enter. The second step is join a Facebook group. I showed you right now, 18,000 people are local in my city, in my area. I can go ask questions to. Join a Facebook group. Third one is to go to biggerpockets.com. Questions you have, things that you want to know about, articles are written and can answer it for you. Fourth one is find local real estate groups. Don't get hustled with them selling you up courses and basically saying, here's 10K that you can spend and you can get into real estate. Don't get hustled with that. Go there, build the relationship, grab the experience you can, and quickly move. The fifth thing is become a realtor assistant, meaning ask realtors if they need help. All of them need help. Some may not have a budget, so you might have to do it for free, but some do have a budget. What you'll do is the paperwork, you'll do the scheduling, you'll do the open houses, you'll do the follow-up emails. This is going to give you insight on how things are done. So when you become a real estate investor, you know how that realtor is working. When you start dealing with them, you'll have the inside knowledge. And the sixth part was do what you're doing right now. Go on these live streams, engage with people who can help you, who have the answers to your questions, and it can be instant. We have questions coming from all of you guys. We have questions from Ty Speaks. We have questions from James. We have questions from Shabnam. We have questions from Thodic. We have all these questions that are getting answered on the spot as I am on this live. And that's the sixth step, is join the live streams of people who can answer the questions you have, because that's quicker, saving you time and saving you the headache. We have James. He said, do you have your real estate license? If not, do I plan on getting it? I don't have my real estate license, and yes, I plan on getting it. Not because I want to become a realtor, but because I believe it can have a lot of benefit for me as a real estate investor. It's an easy course to do. I'm going to run through it. I'm going to document how I run through it. And anybody who wants to get their real estate license can join me on that journey. We can finish it up real quick together, and it shouldn't be that hard. So yes, I plan on getting it. We have Ty Speaks saying, would you recommend a credit card with an annual fee or a small deposit? Now, an annual fee of $275, for example, that's what I believe I have to pay for the American Express. The first year is for free though. So after the first year, you have to pay that annual fee. I'm paying it. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as you're actually taking advantage of it and spending money on it, that's needed. If you're spending $20 a month, $60 a month, $100 a month, it's really not going to be useful for you. But if you're spending in the thousands, it will be useful. If you're spending $200, $300, $400, $500 a month, that's also good. But if you're spending $10, $20, $30 a month, the $275 fee at the end of the year is going to basically outweigh what you're actually using it for. So hopefully that answers your question. And if a credit card with a small deposit is not bad at all either. $100, $200, $300. At this moment, guys, we don't have that much say, especially if we're young. When you're young, you don't have too much say. So banks are risking a lot to give you that credit card. So they want to feel some security from you. So yes, give those deposits if they request it, as long as it's not too high, as long as you can afford it, because this is the key to building your business long term, which is the seventh bonus tip that I threw in there, which is build your credit as a long-term investment and as a long-term strategy to be able to do bigger things when it's time to scale. Thodic asks, when I find a property, what's the first step? Do I get a mortgage from the bank, and would I need some cash up front? So I'm driving right now and I see a property. Man, I love this property. This property is good. I check the price on the property. That's the first step is you see the property, check the price on it, right? I say this property is worth $120,000. Now, I'm thinking to myself, $120,000, this whole area looks like it's worth 160, 170,000. This price is real cheap. So what you do is you've been in those Facebook groups, you've been in those real estate local groups that you go meet up with, you've been connecting with people on bigger pockets, you've been making yourself aware around you. You go and you find that realtor who's in your area, all right? You found the property. You see that it's undervalued because from your experience, you believe the neighborhood is more expensive. You go find that realtor. You say, hey, realtor, hey, friend, this is what I need you to do. I need you to check me comps, comparables on this neighborhood. Here's a property address. Tell me what's happening in that neighborhood. How much our house is selling for? The realtor, if they're hustlers, will come back in 30 minutes if they're in the office and say, so this house can be on the market for $150,000. This is what you can sell it for. You saw it's for sale $120,000. It's able to be sold for $150,000. Now you're wondering, why is it so cheap? So you go knock on the door if it's for sale by owner, or you call the realtor because it could be a short sale, it could be a bank sale. So you have to figure those things out when you call that number, when you saw that sign. Whatever sign you see, call the number and figure out the sale. And also your realtor can tell you. Then when you figure out why the property is cheap, maybe it needs a lot of renovations. It needs to be remodeled a lot. Maybe the person just has to go or they're going to lose the house that month and it's going to go to foreclosure. Whatever the situation is, you found out the reason. Now what you're going to do is when you find the reason, you're going to either go to someone who has the money who can fund you. You can go find someone, a personal investor that you may know, a family friend. You can find someone who trusts you, believes in you, a person that you just know who has enough capital who can invest you. You can have the money yourself up front, or you can go through like the bank, like you said, you can go pull a mortgage on that. When you go pull a mortgage, it becomes a bit more complicated. You have to do a lot of dealings. You have to make sure you have the credit. You have to make sure you have the backup in order to do it. But that's the overview. As we continue with these live streams, I'm going to get into detail to every single one of these topics. I'm going to get into detail for when you go pull a mortgage, how that works. I'll get into the detail of how you go to investors and approach them, and how, if you have your own capital, how to go about that. So right now, that's just the overview of answering your question of what do you do when you find that property. So you pay with credit for a property. If you want to purchase a property, you can pay it from a mortgage, you can pay it from your personal cash or from investors. What I do is I buy my stuff up front so I don't actually go through a bank, and I'll explain to you more on that whenever I actually go into detail for those videos on how I do it and how you can as well, because it's not rocket science, it's not that hard. Ty says a bank won't give you a good loan or a loan at all if your credit is not good. Nicely said. If your credit is not good, the bank is going to they're going to check your credit score and say, this guy doesn't have good credit. I cannot risk it with them. I'm not going to give him a loan. Or they're going to say your credit is not too good. I will give you a loan, but you have to pay X amount of fees every single month, and they're going to make that price way too high. So sometimes it's not worth it. What would you consider a good credit? Good credit, I won't say amazing, but any credit above 720, score 720 to 750, 780, 800, those get amazing. But if you're at 720 and you're building, that's considered good credit. You can kind of build upon that, and you can kind of get loans from that. So around the 720 plus area is good. My Thoughtic asks, when's my next live stream? So I live stream every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm over here in Dallas, Texas. So at 6:30 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday, I go live, and we discuss real estate like we are now. I'm going to go in a lot more detail as these live streams start to progress. I'm trying to make it into a sequence. So how to get started in real estate, and then we start going into more detail for these questions that you have, because all of them expand into bigger questions. This is so beneficial for everyone. May Allah bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And that's the goal. I'm glad that it's helping you guys out. And the most important thing is please take action on what I share with you, because these are things I've been through, and I'm sharing it with you because I want you to take action and to do what I'm doing and even do it better. James, no problem, brother. I appreciate you joining, man. I like seeing your name every time I go live or I have something go up. I appreciate those comments that you give, that feedback you give, and it's something very nice, man. If you plan to take your realtor license, then let me know. We can take it together. But regardless, I'm going to be documenting it so you can follow that as you plan to take it now or even later. What are your thoughts on starting this venture with a partner? Good idea or bad idea? Excellent idea. Going in with a partner is good. Not only good, but it's amazing because you can split the work, you can split the hassle, you can split the tasks, you can split the headaches, you can show up at the property, the other person doesn't have to, you can do this work, the other person doesn't have to, and it's a balance, especially if you're first starting out. To be able to do it on your own, it's not only scary, but it's something that's difficult, and when you have that partner with you, it not only helps you, but keeps you motivated to continue and to dominate when you get that first property, when you do that first step in real estate. So getting a partner is nothing wrong with that, as long as you have a trustworthy partner, as long as you have your agreements in place and everything is set and done from the start. Don't enter a partnership if you don't know everything from the start, because later on things get changed and that's not what you want. Start fresh, start on the strong foundation and grow from there. But don't start today and then later start building your things. No, build them now with that partner so you have a long-lasting partnership. All right, guys, we've been here very long. We've been here long enough for this live stream. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your questions. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I give you these real estate tips and tricks that I've experienced that I want you to actually apply in your life as you progress. Remember, this is real estate, but you can also apply these in any other business or in any other venture that you take in your life. Every single Tuesday and Thursday, I am going live, God willing, Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. to discuss with you the hottest topics in real estate. We're having amazing questions over here from all of you amazing people, and it's exciting to see these comments because it shows that your mind is working. It shows that you're out here and you're trying to make something happen. And remember, guys, you can always make something happen from nothing. You don't have to have something to make something happen. As long as you have the energy, the drive, the hustle, the hunger, all of that can be taken care of afterwards. If you have those in place, the rest can be done. See you Thursday, James. See you Thursday at 6:30 p.m. No problem, Shabnam. That's no problem. I appreciate your questions. And Luke, it's not ending so fast. I've been on here for 32 minutes. So if you joined a bit late, then I'm sorry. That's why it's ending so quick for you. But you can easily rewind back to see the full video, but right now we're going to end it because I have a couple things I have to do, and 30 minutes is kind of the timeline that I want to stick around. I don't want to take too much of you guys' time, and as we progress, we can start to adjust accordingly. I hope you guys like the time, by the way, Tuesday and Thursday, 6:30 p.m. If that's something that's good for you, let me know. If there's adjustment needed, also let me know, but I feel like the strong ground for a lot of people is around this time. So I do appreciate you all joining and tuning in. Right now, guys, we are going to call this live and end it. I gave those steps for you on real estate and how you can get started. I pray and hope that you take that action and actually get into it and be motivated towards it. And it's not that hard to contact me. Any questions you have on Instagram, you can go search my name, my first name, Karam_Khalil. Or no, that's actually my Snapchat. So Snapchat is Karam_Khalil. On Instagram, you just have to type in my name, Karam Khalil, just like you see on YouTube. Follow me, send me a message, and I'm going to get back to you. You can connect with me anywhere. Those are the best places to connect with me at. Instagram is the most one because I'm always on that. And that's the best way that basically you can get your questions answered a lot quicker. No problem, Bill. Anytime. We got my little handkerchief. It's over here dying on us. All right, guys, we're going to call the live and end right now. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this. For right now, my friends, I am out.